Hello everyone, welcome back to our playthrough of the Tamagotchi Pix. So, they've evolved twice, and I will say that this is like a lot of other modern devices where their second stage doesn't last very long at all. Luckily, I got pictures of it though, so I guess you can still kind of see what that was all about. Okay, here in the album we've got, well, for some reason, first of all, I've got this black picture that I don't understand the source of. These are just pictures that I took willy-nilly, but the ones that we have right now are Harechi. I don't know what the name's supposed to mean. I know that hare is, in Japanese, it's like a clear day, like as far as weather goes, so maybe that's it. They're like, you know, sunny days and stuff. There it is. Look at them. That was their second stage. Little teacup dress, frilly foo-foo. They kind of had the exact same thing going on, and then this is a picture of whenever I tried to connect them and have them do a play date. It handles it differently. Normally it's like codes or IR sensors, and now it's actually QR codes. So, yeah, I miss when they were different colors. Now they look so much the same, but we can fix that today, okay? Because I got money, okay? Not a ton, but I got some money, and I wanted to save that. I wanted to go shopping with you guys. I always do that, right? Like, I spend all the time getting money, and maybe with these ones, maybe not buying things soon enough affects the thing that they evolve into, but still, I want to go shopping with you guys, okay? Can we go shopping, please? Okay, let's go to the Tama store. There we go. As you can see, I've gotten a little better at pressing the buttons. I was given some advice for a couple things I could do. First of all, I was told I could cut my nails, and that way I'd be able to get like the tip of my fingers in there, and I might do that. That was from Shane Rawls, and then the touching under the buttons was suggested by Under the Skin, and these were both comments on the last episode, so thank you so much for the suggestions. So I know different Tamagotchis like different types of rooms, so let's see what we got. We've got floral. We have a little over 2,000. Poofy over here has like 2,500. Ocean, nature, that's a thing. I don't remember what their favorite things were, because whenever at the very beginning of this, right, remember, we chose what their favorite foods were and their favorite style of things were, but I wasn't sure if that was for me or if that was for them. So either way, I guess let's go ahead and do let's do one ocean and one nature, right? Yeah, hopefully this is something that they enjoy, because otherwise that's a lot of money for nothing. Oh, I love that guy. Look at that guy in his friggin' Japanese style saw. That's so cool. Yes, build. Hopefully we're not actually like on the ocean over here, because I myself have a healthy fear of the ocean, and I just know that that would affect my relationship with Poofy, and that would make me sad, you know? But the nature one, oh, the nature one looks so nice. So this is just your room now? That's awesome. Okay, do you love it? Be honest, do you love it? Okay, their happiness is full. Like, I'm pretty sure they love it. Okay, we gotta go buy some items. We've got science projects, we've got sketchbooks, skateboards, fluffy cloud stationery sets, okay, and more science projects. Okay, accessories though. We got butterfly pins, ribbon headbands, hand baskets, fruit balloons, witches. Oh, I wish I had enough money for a witch's hat. I just spent it all on a room. Oh, and even in the top left says it's false. So is that like exclusive timed thing? We gotta earn money to get that. That's objective numero uno. Okay, so if we go to the arcade, this is where you earn most of your money, and there's this guy, this Tama here, that kind of makes me uncomfortable. I won't explain why, because I like this channel to stay at the rating it currently is. So every time you go to the arcade, like, I guess daily, there's a theme change, and today's theme is nature. Yesterday's was... I can't remember, but it was like a hula hoop game. No, it was like a spinny teacup game. Either way, some of these games require you to actually, you know, use the touch buttons, which can be kind of finicky. Some of them don't require it so much. Like, for instance, let's do Fruit Fall. This is the one where you just gotta, like, match whatever fruit it is they're asking for to what's growing on the tree. And yeah, I'm trying to do this at the same time, and that's really dumb of me. Okay. Oh, this is such a bad idea doing this at the same time. But it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make this work, okay? Okay, come on. Ask it. There you go. There we go. If you can kind of stagger out what they're asking for, or like when they're asking for it, usually you can kind of double do this. Yes. Yes, this is going so well. Like, actually way better than it was when I was doing this off camera. This is exquisite. Okay, looks like we're done there. Okay, what do we get? 200 is like the max you can get. 140 and... Hi, okay. Not too shabby. Okay, that's not enough to get a witch's hat, but it's certainly a start. I'll take care of that later. 990, 1320. Oh my god, Poofy has enough to get the witch's hat. Okay, sorry. Real quick. I know this is like... No. I can't go getting something that the other one can't do. We just talked about this. I want to raise them slightly differently, but not that differently. I don't want one to have a hat and one to just not have a hat. It's not nice. So something that I wanted to say, just before I forget, is that when they're in their baby stage, they poop a lot. Okay, I'm talking like Digimon version 20th levels of poop. Like, they poop constantly, and it was kind of overwhelming. Now that they're in their third stage, like, they don't poop very much at all, which is great. In fact, they're already at the stage where I can just kind of set them down and, like, make dinner, or get some work done, or, you know, exercise and take a shower and all that, and it's all good. Like, I'll come back and their hunger is still, like, at worst half full. It's pretty nice. And also, if you really need to go do something, like if you have a job or you got school that you really just can't play with these with, you can get them set up with a sitter. Go over to phone, go over here to sitter, and then for 100 gotchi a day, there will be a cute little Tamagotchi babysitter that'll come and take care of them until about, I think it was like something random, like 6:55 p.m. I don't know why, but yeah, 6:55 p.m. And another thing, if you ever start dealing with these, is that the screws on the back to undo the battery compartment, it's giving me flashbacks. It's giving me straight up deja vu because these screws are soft. And I'm talking like it's easy to strip them and get them stuck in there forever. I don't know what they were thinking. There was a good while there. I swear, the Tamagotchi connection devices, the screws in those were like proper, I don't know, metal. I don't know what this is made out of. It feels like Play-Doh though, so be careful about that as well. But right, I'm supposed to clip my nails. I feel dirty. Do my thumbs work better now? Let's see, can I? Okay, oh, that works. Yeah, no, yeah, actually maybe the thumbnail thing actually kind of worked. Okay, see, now we're cleaning. Here I go cleaning. Wow. I mean, we just had it built, but it's probably good to vacuum it up. You never know what contractors leave behind. Like, when I moved into the place I'm currently living, they renovated it beforehand, or, you know, how apartments are, they renovated it. And when we came in here, there were so many shards of glass, so yeah, definitely vacuum up after someone does renovations. Don't want to step on a big sliver of glass. On to the Patreon art. Greg S. suggested that they would love to see Tiger Vespamon on a bike like they were Kamen Rider. So let's do that. Okay, now normally I go for something a little more dynamic as far as pose goes, but I thought it'd be fun to do something just straight up in profile for once. I feel like if you know, with the simplistic pen line, you know, fixed width style, it can be fun. So Tiger Vespamon, being a complex humanoid Digimon, I'm not going to go for like super duper accurate detail, okay? I'm just having fun with it. See? Those lines don't even go there. I'm gonna draw on some of their eyes. You know, I've noticed that I'm actually drawing with a little more smoothness because I actually procured myself a gel pen, a white one that I can use for whiteout if I make mistakes. Before I had run out, right? Like, I haven't had a whiteout pen in so long that I don't know. I guess knowing that you can't make mistakes makes you make mistakes, you know what I mean? Got a nice little scarf going there. So the back area is going to be a little complicated because there's just so much going on. He's got these like exhaust things coming out of the back of his arms. He's got this big long scarf thing, and he's also got these long Vespa wings in the very far back. But the thing that we want to start with here, I think the thing most foreground would be the exhaust pipes. Honestly, only happy with that bottom one, but I guess if we really hate it when we're finished, we could just use the whiteout pen. Next up would for sure be the scarf though. This one is nice and long. I don't think there's too many tears in it, but for my design, I'm going to add a little more roughness to it. I mean, really, Tiger Vespamon looks complicated, but if you look at some stock art of them, you'll see that they're just a bunch of geometric shapes, so not really that bad at all. Okay, here we go. As always, I'm having more luck with these rigid machine parts. I actually really like drawing guns and machines. I don't know, I'm better at it for some reason. I mean, mind you, this little snafu right here is mostly because I'm drawing with my arm really extended out. Whenever you draw, especially with curved lines, you want to keep your elbow tucked in, right? So you can kind of like swivel your hand almost like it's on a joint, like, well, I mean, it is a joint. Like, it's on a joint, right? But I can't do that. I have to, like, really reach out far over here because I'm farther away from my desk. Is my excuse anyway. So right here on this motorcycle, I'm basing this cycle off of the original Cyclone. I believe it's, like, the original Kamen Rider's machine. I just love the old, ancient style of Kamen Rider. I know it's, like, you know, just kind of, like, way before my time, but I still find it really cool. I think motorcycles are neat. I just don't like the kind where people are just making them loud for the sake of being loud, you know? But I think people who like ride for justice, you know, like they're just loud enough to let bad guys know, like, hey, I'm coming, but not loud enough to like bust out some kid's eardrum that's, you know, next to you at the red light. I know there's specifically like a pattern that wheels are supposed to follow for integrity and all that, but as long as you just kind of do crisscross like that, no one's gonna know the difference. So for the wings, I'm actually gonna need to turn this thing like straight up sideways, because I mean, I probably should have done that for the exhaust things, but for the wings, there's no way. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get a straight line unless I get this literally in the same direction as my arm naturally doing this. Oh, that's so dangerous. In fact, do I have a ruler? Oh my god, I have a ruler. See, this is now significantly less stressful. Whee! All right, there's one. And there's two. Okay, always a good day when you can manage to use a ruler. I should really get some curve rulers so stuff like this is easier in the future as well. Okay, looks like we're able to start with the filling in. and the hatching and whatnot. Or to be specific, I should wait for it to dry and then I should erase it. So yes, I think it's most of this is already good to go. You never know with this paper and this eraser. No, it's smearing. No, stop it. Maybe it's a humidity thing. I swear I never had this problem before I moved up to the Pacific Northwest. Like, I used to live in Oklahoma where things were not always humid all the time. And I feel like look at this, the warp this paper kind of has to it. Like, when we were moving, just the act of this thing being outside, exposed to Oregon air for a couple hours, made this sketchbook just warp because it wasn't wet. When we moved, right? Like, we hired movers, and when I opened this box, like, a lot of my paper stuff was all warped like this, but nothing was straight up wet. So maybe that's it. Maybe it's just hard to be an artist in the Pacific Northwest, which feels kind of ironic because I feel like there's a lot of artists up here. I guess you just got to do digital art, right? Don't fuss with those erasers and those pens, right? Maybe I'm the fool. All right, let's fill it in with ink. Down here, I have a brush, but there aren't any large sweeping areas that I'll be filling in. I might just go ahead and stick with a graphic, basically a marker instead. A little more control, a little less coverage, but yeah, a lot more control. And now normally when it comes to bug eyes that are red, I usually fill them in with black, but since there's a lot of dark colors that are within a similar range, we're gonna go ahead and hatch those today. I'm just going to fill in what is actually black on them, like these bee stripes. So for the rest of this, I'm going to do various styles of hatching. For anything that's gray or red, I'm just going to do either horizontal or vertical hatching. And for the tires, even though they're pretty darn dark, I'm going to go ahead and just give like nuts. Like, I'm talking diagonal hatching, horizontal, vertical hatching, to where it's almost black, but there's just this nice gritty road kind of texture to it. Okay, I think that should about cover it. Tiger Vespamon being a Kamen Rider. Thanks for the suggestion, Greg S. Thank you, everyone, for making suggestions. If you want to make suggestions for art, we do this normally it's every Wednesday, but this time I did it because I said yesterday I was going to do it, even though I didn't realize that today was not Wednesday. It's definitely not Wednesday. It's like the opposite of Wednesday right now. But normally we do this Wednesday, so if you want to put in suggestions, be a patron at any level, $1 up to however much you want to or can support me, and you can make suggestions, and if it's cool, then it shall be picked and it shall be drawn. Let's make art. How you two doing? I got shorter nails now, so now I can actually check your stats with relative ease. It's pretty nice. I'd say that of the two suggestions, I think they both work. Like, oddly enough, yeah, tapping below the button really does help. Oh, I just realized these are still blurry, sorry. Just part of the art, okay? Look, if an artist can say, yeah, I made this look bad on purpose, then I can say that my video for a few seconds there was blurry on purpose as well, okay? It's fine art. Well, I'm gonna get them up to, like, witch hat level of wealth, and then I'll take some pics for you, and you'll see them tomorrow in all of their witchy goodness. Maybe buy some more items, I don't know, we'll see where they go. I did see that there are some Tamagotchi in here that I absolutely adore, by the way. I remember that when this thing was being announced before, that Maskuchi, one of my absolute favorite Tamagotchis, was straight up in this device, and I believe straight up available. Where are you? Are you in the notebook? I believe it's Tamalist. Yeah, here we go. Okay, check it out. Ah, there he is, there he is! Oh, Maskuchi. For I can't tell you how long, Maskuchi has been my favorite, absolute favorite Tamagotchi. They're usually, I think, like a low or second to lowest tier Tamagotchi, which kind of sucks, but isn't that always just the way? The ones that are the most difficult to get, or in this case, you know, the most difficult to get because I don't like making my Tamas suffer or go without, are the coolest ones, you know? So I want to get that, but I assume that with the way that things are going, Harichi, both of them, you know, Loopy and Floopy or Poofy or whatever you want to call this one because it's an emoji name, I think they're going to evolve into the same thing most likely, but I don't know. Maybe I'll try letting Poofy go without for a little bit just to see what happens. Just to see what happens. Because if Maskuchi is following in tradition's footsteps, then yeah, probably I've got to take not the best care of them. Hopefully they change that though. Hopefully it comes down to like what items you give them and what games you play with them. I like that about the Tamagotchi connection. It was great because depending on what you train them in, like what games and whatever points they got, they would evolve into different things. So it wasn't just a matter of like how good or bad care do you need to take care of them. I don't know. I guess we'll find out though, right? We'll find out. That's all for today, though. Everyone, thanks for hanging out. Thanks, patrons, for supporting this channel, especially Shifter and Dog Trainer 89. And I'll see you everyone in the next one. Have a good one.